Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we're back with another Marvel Snap video. So today we get to talk about everyone's favorite mobile game thing, gachas. So if you're unfamiliar, gachas are like a slot machine or a loot box type system, and one that if you've played Marvel Snap, you're at least pseudo familiar with, as the spotlight key system is kind of in a way very similar to what a lot of gachas do, with a rotating banner of heroes you can acquire. That is to say, Snap is no stranger to enabling gacha mechanics. In fact, originally with Nexus events in beta, they wanted all their new card releases to be gacha, and much more offensive gacha than the stuff we have in game right now, by a pretty significant margin. So anytime gacha stuff comes up, it is often a hot topic in the Marvel Snap community, mainly because of the fact that original Nexus events were received so poorly and viewed as so predatory, and also because there are a lot of people who have issues with the current Spotlight cash system and the RNG nature of its gacha mechanics. So anytime a new gacha related thing comes out, people break out the pitchforks, which, fair enough. It's not a monetization scheme I am very much a fan of. It really tries to juice people for the maximum amount of money they can get, especially to those who are predisposed towards this kind of gambling loop. And well, they've added a web store exclusive Domino event, or whatever you want to call it, that is a new gacha system. I don't know how long this is going on for. This is also not available in all regions, so if you go to the Marvel Snap store website and you look and you don't see this, that is why. I believe both NA and EU are excluded from this. But that doesn't mean you can't get your free pull. So with the very handy use of any VPN, setting yourself to an Asian country, you can go on the website, get your free pull, and get one of these rewards. Now, they have some nice 1200 gold variants, they have an emote, they have a new ultimate Miles Morales variant, as well as some currency. But we can see below the odds on this. You are most likely going to be receiving the smallest amount thing, which is the 100 credits, or maybe some gold. The chances on getting these variants are very small. The Miles one is actually 0.3%, which is pretty crazy, but obviously they want to make that ultimate more rare. You do get one free draw, so this is infinity value if you just go onto the site. If you're in one of these regions or use a VPN and log in, then you will get a free thing. I did this, I got 200 gold. Can't complain about that too much, but I'm not planning on interacting with the system any more than that. The costs here, I believe, are $2 for a pull, but I imagine that has to go up because the total price of the event, at least when it first came out, I believe is listed around the $80 mark to buy everything, which maybe some people will find that worth. I think that's a little silly, given how there is very, very little here in terms of like actual game progress. It's mostly around cosmetics, but whatever. If they want to monetize cosmetics this way, that is up to them, I guess. And it's something you can't ignore. Again, I'm not a fan of this stuff just because of the predatory mechanics behind it. But Snap is no stranger to that, and I'm not surprised they are trying something like this out. Maybe if they see it as successful, we'll see it in other regions without having to use a VPN. Only time will tell. It does continue the long list of things where people want something to do that's new in Marvel Snap outside of, you know, the new card releases, and instead we're getting a monetization feature. Though this is obviously a smaller thing that might not have even been made by Second Dinner. This could be Newverse for all we know. But I do think it adds to the conversation of people are getting a little bit sick of being bled like a pig on every different monetization thing when more and more players are finding themselves at a point where they aren't enjoying the game as much as they used to. And it's not really necessarily a specific meta issue or card issue. The game is getting older. I mean, we're going to be at 2 years come this October, and frankly, in the last year or so, it's been very small in the ways that it feels like it's actually evolved in terms of growing the game, getting more people to play it, or making the players who already play it have more fun with it. Just feels like there hasn't been much going on in Snap outside of the, hey, here's a new card, hey, we made some balance changes. And people want something new to rekindle that kind of spark. that they felt when Snap was a newer game. And I'm definitely one of those people too. I definitely feel that. I don't play the game as much as I used to, and it's really not about a bad meta or disliking cards or the monetization systems. It's just, hey, I want something new to do in the game, and it doesn't feel like that has really been something that we've been able to engage with. We are apparently getting an announcement via IGN about some upcoming stuff with Snap. Maybe it's an update on their roadmap. It's been a while since we got the last roadmap. There are still things we haven't seen from that last roadmap, so maybe they'll be updating the timetables on when stuff is coming out. That's just my speculation there. Or it could be them finally announcing a new game mode, which is, I think, what a lot of players have been waiting for. They want a new way to engage with Marvel Snap. Now, will that actually go over well? Only time will tell. Because if it's anything like Conquest, where it's like, oh, people like this at first, and then they get kind of tired of it because it's just not a super refreshing experience compared to the regular main game mode. So I don't know what's going on with all that, but it sounds like we'll be getting some news next week, so stay tuned for that. We should also be getting a patch next week too, for the patch of the month, so I imagine we'll see some changes there, and hopefully that ties in with this announcement and we get something actually exciting to talk about or engage with in the game, because I think a lot of people are just getting to a point where Snap feels kind of stagnant. Even some more casual players I know are finding themselves asking, why am I logging in every day to do these daily missions? I guess it's so I don't fall behind, but if I fall behind, is that really so bad? Like, am I playing the game because it's fun? Or am I playing it because I'm on the treadmill of wanting to, have the resources to engage with it when something maybe fun comes out? And I feel like I see a lot more people in that second group. And yeah, it's just not a great thing for the game. So I hope they can find a way to turn that around, because it's definitely concerning for the long-term future of Marvel Snap. But yeah, just wanted to get this out there. A little bit of talking about the event thing. Grab a VPN if you're not in one of these regions, get your free pull. I would not recommend spending money on this, both to not encourage more stuff like this in the future, but also because the value proposition here is just objectively very, very poor, unless you're someone who's like spending a lot of money on cosmetics. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. How are you feeling about this type of event? If you pulled, what did you get? And how are you feeling about Snap in general? There's definitely been a lot of discussion in the community recently with seeing people like Drewberry announce he's leaving the game. And truthfully, I don't think that's going to be the only person we'll see stepping away from Snap this year, unless something really major changes. So hopefully we can see something like that happen. But I think it is definitely not the greatest place to be in from a creator perspective, as the current form of Marvel Snap is just very limiting in terms of the stuff you can actually create around the game. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.